Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I attended the Walk21 conference in Vienna last year, and I remember I ended my presentation by inviting the audience to come to Hong Kong this year to attend this conference. So it's really my great pleasure to have the opportunity to speak on Kowloon East again. For the benefit of friends from overseas, this is Kowloon East. It covers 488 hectares of land, and as Danny has explained, it covers the Kai Tak development area, which is our old airport site, and the Kwun Tong and Kowloon Bay business area, which used to be our manufacturing base until the 1980s. Our vision is to turn Kowloon East into an additional core business district in Hong Kong, what we call CBD2, to sustain Hong Kong's economic development. This is our conceptual master plan, the latest version. Our strategy focuses on connectivity, branding, design, and diversity. CBDD, giving CBD2 another meaning. We work on enhancing connectivity, improving the environment, and releasing development potential. The industrial areas in Kowloon East started their development in the 1950s. In those days, vehicular traffic was given higher priority. But as businesses and commercial activities growed in the transformation process, conflicts between traffic and pedestrians increased. When my office was set up some 4 years ago, with Mr. K.K. Ling heading the office at that time, one of the challenges was how to enhance connectivity. Knowing that all people want to see quick changes, we started off with some quick win measures. And here are some examples, such as realigning the crossing to provide more direct pedestrian routes, widening pavement, and adding pedestrian crossing facilities. But the quick wins do not stop as just these simple improvements. We have been introducing more greening, opening up fenced-off areas, and even turning a cargo working area into a waterfront promenade. It is very popular. And all this enhanced the walking environment. Quick wins aside, we are actually doing it in a comprehensive way. I call it a 4P approach: policies, pedestrian environment studies, public engagement, and project implementation. And as Ian said, policy backing is of great importance, right? And so in the last 2 years' policy address, walkability was advocated for Kowloon East, and the government would comprehensively develop a walkable Kowloon East. These aligned resources and efforts of relevant government departments. And as a further step, a pilot scheme was announced this year to encourage landowners to provide footbridges and subways in the two business areas, for waiving land premium for any necessary lease modification. And we hope to see such private sector proposals coming in upon formal commencement of this new policy later this year. Connectivity is an important aspect studied for the comprehensively planned Kai Tak development. Pedestrian circulations through an integrated network of open spaces at grade and grade separated connections have been planned within the area and with the surrounding areas. New and enhanced connections will be provided to tie in with the development phasing. But to promote walking, attractive nooks are absolutely essential for creating a sense of place. There will be a good distribution of such in Kai Tak, including a continuous waterfront promenade of 11 km long, Kai Tak River, Metro Park, and other open spaces forming a green web, multi-purpose sports stadium, and other community facilities, and a tourism node development there. It will be a great leisure walk when all these are in place. But enhancing walkability is actually more challenging in the already built up area in Kuntong and Kowloon Bay. We have studied in detail, and we have to be scientific sometimes, and formulate comprehensive pedestrian network for the two business areas. And we do not do this all alone by ourselves. We have engaged the public and various stakeholders, and you can see the very active participation here. We have just commenced the stage 3 public engagement on the Kuntong study last week, and you are all welcome to provide your comments, maybe after the workshop in Kuntong on day 5 of the conference. And for Kowloon Bay, some of the improvements proposed under studies are shown here. We are actively taking forward the proposals, with some already implemented, while others are included in the Public Works program. And there's another example taken out from the Kuntong study, aiming at improving connectivity between an MTR station and the waterfront and the development along the way. And all we are doing is to connect people to places. Let me illustrate with our Holborn Road green operation. There are more than 10 projects, big and small, which together are bringing to a new phase to the waterfront. While we call it green operation, it is much more than greening and landscaping. We set back drainage facilities or put them underground to provide more spacious walking environment. We open up a path through a vehicular ferry pier to provide a direct pedestrian route. And our office is the red-colored one located there, is right at the middle of this stretch of land, and it has been so convenient for us to oversee all these improvements. And we see more and more people enjoying the Kuntong Promenade. And it's not just a leisure space, it functions as a green pedestrian route, connecting people to places along the waterfront, from one end of the business area to the other end. And as you walk along Holborn Road, you can find a unique and interesting place here. We turn an idle space beneath Kuntong Bypass into a popular informal performance venue. It is also a public space for people to relax and enjoy freely. People just come. And more spaces under the flyover will be turned into arts, culture, and creative uses, adding vibrancy at street level. Another interesting element in Kuntong is back alleys, which serves loading and loading activities. But as the area transforms and redevelops, there's good potential to integrate the back alleys with the pedestrian network. We have done a pilot project on 6 back alley last year, collaborating with a local university, the Polytechnic University, and a social enterprise run our city to introduce street arts and events to enhance the walking experience. And phase 2 will be coming. We applied the place-making approach to improve existing open spaces. This place used to be a fenced-off playground. It now has an open and welcoming design, carrying an industrial culture theme after the phase 1 improvement. It is in fact a nodal point at the heart of the Kuntong business area, and a lot of people walk through it to the surrounding buildings. So when the project is fully implemented, I'm sure that people will enjoy walking through it under tree shades and also staying there to have a rest. And we're planning another project. It is to transform an existing drainage nullah in Kuntong into a river. There will be walkways along and across the future river for leisure and commuting purposes. And Kowloon is, as some of you may know, is a pilot area for smart city development. And as part of this initiative, a mobile app to enable preference-based and persona-based navigation is being developed. The app will be launched in phases. We hope to make the walking experience in Kowloon East even more convenient, pleasant, enjoyable, and smarter. Thank you.